Can you imagine when Mephibosheth heard the king wants to see him? Mephibosheth, the king wants to see you. Translation. Sinner. Oh, sinner. Oh, broken one. Oh, shame of yourself. Oh, depressed person. Oh, person that made mistakes. Oh, person who wants to do over. Hey, adulterer. Hey, fornicator. Hey, murderer. Hey, ex-con. Hey, you. The king wants to see you. Who am I talking to? This man had malady. He was broken. Could not stand both foot. You know what happened? You know how he got broken to begin with? 2 Samuel chapter 4, verse 4 says he was broken because when the Philistines had attacked their house in a haste, he was 5 years old. And at 5 years old, when the Philistines attacked the house, his nurse picked him up to run with him, watch this, to protect him. But as she was running, she fell and crushed his legs. Now, we don't know if she fell off of down a staircase or over a hill, but it was a bad fall, and it left a 5-year-old crippled. It wasn't that she tried to. In her mind, she was trying to protect him, God, but she slipped up. She was clumsy. She had a good heart, but she slipped up and she crushed her. She didn't mean to, but she crushed him just the same. At 5 years old, he never walked again. He was hurt at 5. How old were you? How old were you when it happened? When? Okay, no. Maybe you didn't get crushed physically, but what happened to your mind? When did you see or hear something that messed you? How old were you when it happened? And it's crushed you ever since. And you've been walking around in your own Lodabar. You see, no one calls you Mephibosheth. They call you Jane. They call you Greg. They call you John. They call you William. They call you Michelle. But inside, your name is Mephibosheth. How old were you when it happened? When the crushing happened? And it wasn't even his fault. Mephibosheth, it wasn't his fault. He was a child. He couldn't help that. So what do you do when a person who's supposed to take care of you crushes you? And maybe your crushing happened in your adulthood. The person that you thought would never harm crush you, and it's left you in this malady as a paraplegic emotionally. Guess what? The king wants to see you. The king desires a word with in his current state. The king didn't say, fix yourself up, then come to me. The king didn't say, clean him up, and bring. No, the king said, just bring him. Come as you are. And you won't leave how you came. It said that Mephibosheth fell down on his face and paid homage. Can I just share with you one of the benefits of being broken is that you don't have far to fall. You see, when you're high and lifted up, it's a long way to your knees. But when you've already been broken, when you've been some places, saw some things, been there. Can you see him? Can you see his Mephibosheth? At the feet of the king. Not knowing still why has the king called my marriage. I'm sorry. Why has the king called me here in this condition? You do know that as a son of the former, as a descendant of the former reigning king, it was customary for him to try to take the crown back. You see, David had to be pretty secure to invite someone to his house who may have wanted to take his house. But David understood something, that if God put me here, I'm not afraid of someone taking what God gave. If God gave it, can't nobody take it. If God put you there. Can I just share with you that the only reason why you should have your business or you have your job, it ain't because nobody tried to move you, but God put you there. And when God has put you there, it don't matter how many haters you're around, can't nobody move what God planted. You can be secure when God did it. And by the way, I don't mean to start no drama, but if any, this is for some of my jealous folk. Pardon my grammar here, but can't nobody take what God gave. If he or she left you for somebody else, that was never yours. Pastor, what are you talking about? Because when God gives you someone's heart, can't nobody take the heart. If someone leaves their heart behind, they die. So breathe. Stop losing your mind by thinking somebody gonna take what's yours. Yours.